There and welcome along to our weekly session. This is our Q&A session that we do every single week. So hopefully it's going to go along absolutely fine, and hopefully it's actually working because we can't tell. There we go.
I think it's working now, so I think you might need to recap.
Okay, I'll start that again then. So hello and welcome along to our weekly session. I'm Richard, this is the lovely Zoe, and we're here to answer some questions about Sorok and other bits and pieces as well. The questions, I'll have to admit, are getting more and more varied as time goes on. So yeah, just a few quick updates as we often do. Of course, my YouTube channel, do have a look at that. There'll be a new video being uploaded in the not too distant future. Hello to everybody who's joining us. So do have a look at that.
Oh, I've already forgotten what we're doing. We have a list of things. I just looked over and went,
it's a great start.
I can't even work out where I am on the list.
We were trying to decide whether Zoe should wear her glasses or not. I've got my glasses on so I can actually see. And now
Richard's type is very large, so I don't need them for that, but I am going to need them for the comments. But I look like a proper secretary.
Well, you do now when you hang it down by your nose.
Anyway, I was just going to talk about dancing your pants. Just a reminder that even if you are a solo dancer, you're at home alone, there's great things like Zumba, line dancers, burlesque, all kinds of other things that you can do on your own. So do keep dancing, keep the dancing spirit alive. And also if you are obviously with a dance partner at home or you have someone you can dance with, then there are classes from beginners, intermediates, right the way through to styling and lots of other stuff. So do check that out if you want to have a little look.
Lovely. Sorry, I'm using Facebook's new settings. It's confusing me. Cool. We also have, for those that have been looking at it, I've been doing an Ultimate Dance Track World Cup. I thought I'd come up with a cheeky, easy name, or not, as the case may be. So round one's all about the genre battling against itself. It'll then get more interesting, in my eyes anyway. We get on to round two, when actually the genres will start going up against each other. So far, what tracks that have got through has been New Rules, All That Jazz, Summer of '69, What Kind of Woman Is This?, Breathe In, Country Girl, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and today's winner was Dance Monkey. The one that's currently voting for at the moment is Motown, so that's Superstition by Stevie Wonder, and I Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye. So votes will close kind of late afternoon, early evening tomorrow night, so do get your votes in. I think this is going to be the closest one yet, so yeah, do have a look at that.
And we have a new exciting live Facebook video event going to kick off on Monday the 20th of April, and that is Bake Along or Cook Along with Dot. Now, we all know from the tea dances Dot's infamous chocolate Guinness cake, and she is going to be letting us in to her secret recipe. So we're going to publish the ingredients over the next day or so that you've got a good week and a half to get all your shopping, that can of Guinness or whatever else it is you need for chocolate Guinness cake. Chocolate, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have a look at the list actually very quickly.
Eggs, maybe.
You crack on for a second.
About as much as I know about cake baking. But
one of the questions that we had is, where do you get flour from? This does involve flour. I believe flour is now back in the shops.
We didn't have that issue because I never bake, so I've got tons of flour in the cupboard where we've accidentally overbought, and then I've never baked. So we will be joining along. So we're going to get Dot cooking live from her kitchen the infamous chocolate Guinness cake.
And you can cook along too.
Yeah, Monday the 20th of April, we're hoping to do that on Monday evening. So
indeed so.
I should just say, what we're hoping to do is post pictures and do a little compilation of everybody's chocolate Guinness cakes. So I'm really hoping that everyone's going to join in and have a go. Including
our own. We'll come on to cooking later. It's one of the questions that's in there. But including our own.
Our cooking relationship.
I'll talk you through that earlier on. A question from Lindsay early on there is, please show us your pants. I'm guessing you're on about whatever we're wearing on the bottom. So Zoe has got on a pair of jeans.
I really don't think it's worth showing my jeans.
It's been quite hot today, so I've got my legs out.
If I did have my hot pants on earlier, that would have been better.
I think I just pulled a muscle then. Oh. Anyway, right. So, as always, we're going to answer loads of questions. I've been literally inundated with questions this week. So, thank you everybody that's put questions on so far. We also have the ability. We're seeing all the comments coming up, so please do feel free. If you have any questions that come up, please do feel free to post those as well. They can literally be about anything. As you will hear, some of these questions are not serious. They're not about dancing. They are about a variety of things. Question number 2. Thank you, Mr. Hyde, for that one. We'll come on to that as we get there. But literally, if you want to ask anything, the more interesting the questions that you ask us, in all honesty, the more interesting these conversations will be. Okay. First of all, a comment that was made on Facebook a couple of days ago is that most of us don't actually know what we all do for a living. We all go along dancing, and it's a great leveler because nobody has any idea what anybody does. So it'd be great to see in the comments, actually, what do people do for a living? Now, when we say what we do for a living, don't do a full description type thing of what you do on a daily basis. Okay, literally just your job title. That's kind of all the type of thing we're after. So yeah, I'm going to start off by saying, at the moment, I'm not doing Cirque, as you may be aware of that. So at the moment, I've had the pleasure of, thanks to Zoe, I've been delivery driving to the old people and also been in the call centre as well. So that's been my current job. What about you, Mrs. B?
I am a training and development manager for a company called Appetito, as I think some of you know. We make food for NHS, social services, care homes, and at the moment I've been redeployed to a customer service advisor, whoop whoop, taking telephone orders because we've had 62% retail sales increase. So yeah, interesting times.
So yeah, so please do feel free to post what your individual jobs are. That would be quite interesting.
We'll read some of them out in just a minute.
If they're interesting, if they're not, then we won't. But there we go.
Ooh. Now I need my glasses.
Oh, now you need your glasses. Natasha, that sounds way too sensible for me.
A senior portfolio manager at UK Research and Innovation. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds very official.
And Sparky, for those that don't know, is an electrician, just to let you know.
I think most people know that.
Lovely. My father has put, I managed to join you, which is very kind, because at 29 minutes past, he was trying to video call me. I'm not really quite sure why. I just hope that everything was okay. He's in isolation himself, but he has managed to join us. So hello, Father, for that. Right then, we're going to crack on with the questions. Okay. So first one is, name a famous person stroke couple. We've had a few people ask us this question, alive or dead, throughout history, that you would like to sit down and have dinner with, and why? So there we go. Did you come up with an answer for this in the end?
Oh, I just find this a bit difficult, because do you do like somebody really funny, or do you do some like serious political character? And I think the person that just sprung to mind, and I don't know why, is Barack Obama.
Okay.
I think it'd be really interesting to find out his challenges as the first black president.
Huh?
Quite intellectual answer from me there. I'll put my glasses back on. Or the good old Nelson Mandela,
Blimey.
Gandhi, someone like that, to talk about all their struggles with their nations.
This is all news to me.
What about you then?
Do you know, listening to Gandhi and Obama and Nelson Mandela, I've completely forgotten what I thought about before, but I think it was quite right. I think Patrick Swayze might have been in there as a classic one. Do you know, in a very weird sort of way, you know, Attila the Hun, that type of thing as well. So going back way in history and seeing what those types of people were. So yeah, and seeing what they would do. But well done to all the NHS people, but everybody that is still carrying on the front line. Please do feel, you know, you've got our love and all that type of stuff. So so yeah, research will find the vaccine. Let's hope so. The quicker it does, the quicker we might get back to dancing. Yeah. So yeah. Right. So here is question number 2, and this is kind of the vein which we kind of expect this to go down to some degree. So Kevin Hyde has asked us porn star name. Thank you.
But there's loads of different. Sorry, I was just stretching.
I was going to say, what are you doing?
Just stretching a bit. There's loads of different versions of this porn star name.
There are.
So Kevin Hyde's version is the name of your first pet and then your mother's maiden name.
Okay.
I think my first pet was a guinea pig named Bonnie, and my mum's maiden name is Mitchell. So that's not that extravagant, is it? Bonnie Mitchell.
No. My first cat was called Babe, apparently, and my mother's name is Adi, so I'd be Babe Adi. There we go.
So post yours and any others in the chat, and we'll read some of them out as well.
Do feel free. Okay, this is kind of similar to the very first question, but in a different type of way. So from all the stars, celebs, and famous people in history, who would you love to have a dance with?
I love that, Sarah. Fluff Thicket.
Well, there we go.
That is a definite porn star name.
If it helps, I don't use my mother's maiden name in any of my password things in any way, shape, or form. So anybody can know that one. It doesn't really matter. My password for everything, no, I won't give that either. There we go.
Oh.
So anyway,
Sorry, I'm reading everyone's occupation.
I know you are.
I'll need my glasses back on.
So famous people in history who'd like to have a dance with.
Oh, definitely Fred Astaire.
Yeah, Zoe's given the original answer there of Fred Astaire. Her actual answer is Artem from Strictly.
I'd quite like to dance with Artem too.
Yeah.
But no, Fred Astaire, I'd like to have a tap dance with Fred Astaire. Tap dancing duo.
Would you give us a tap dancing demo now?
No.
Oh.
Richard is desperate for me to give a tap dancing demo because actually tap was my favourite discipline when I grew up dancing. I used to tap an awful lot everywhere, even at the bus stop, as my mum will testify.
But she won't show us now, okay?
I think if performing monkey.
I think if we get 10 people saying, please show us tap dancing, then you should show us tap dancing.
I don't think so. Come on.
Won't give the public what they want.
Suki Bourne, lovely Richard Chandler, great porn star name. What else have we got here? Rolo Rivers. Wow, Kate. I love that, Rolo Rivers.
So, Ivan, why haven't you said what yours is? You've said what Kate's is, but not what yours is. So that always scares me as well. But there we go. Who would I love to have a dance with?
Sorry, I've just seen that. Anna Bedwell. Rose. What a great name.
I think probably Ola from Strictly would be mine. I don't know why. But I think she's probably one of the only ones on there that I'm taller than. So
yeah, that is true.
That's the reason why. Right, let's go on to serious ones then. How do you choose who to send to the supermarket? Well, this brings us on to cooking, which is kind of the little next section to some degree. So who would get to go to the supermarket, Mrs. B?
That's always me. No, it's always Richard. Because he works from home, and because you need to always get stuff for the business, you always go to the supermarket.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You
just need to get stuff for the business.
For the tea dance and things like that.
Yeah, once a month I need to go out. Thank you to everybody else that helps me on that, by the way. But once a month I need to go out and get stuff for the business. But the rest of the time it's just
I thought you meant who to choose to send to the supermarket with the coronavirus situation.
Well, it's still me.
Richard does go out because he was out delivering to to people in their homes, and I was stuck at home on the phone. So we thought actually better that there's just one person going in and out of the house rather than sharing it. So
the other real reason is that I go around Tesco's, our local one, and I manage to get round normally in about 40 minutes. When Zoe goes, it's about 4 hours, and we also spend about 4 times as much as well. So that's the reason why I get to go shopping.
Moving swiftly on.
We'll leave that one for a second, okay? But this next one, we've got 2 here. So scones, or scones, however you say it.
Scone.
Jam then cream, or cream then jam. You are from Devon, Zoe. Jam
then cream, but I think that's not the Devonshire way.
I don't know. Ivan and Kate, you're down in that way. Give us whichever way it is down there. I can't remember. But I personally do jam and then cream myself. It makes sense because jam's heavier than cream, so therefore the cream sits on top. So that's why
there's nothing worse than trying to rub jam into cream. That just doesn't work.
Well, there we go. Let's move on from that comment. That does kind of lead us on to a question from Ivan, and I'll ask Zoe this one, which I don't know if she's read or not.
I have now, yeah.
Yeah, budgie smugglers, good idea or not? This is for the beach, by the way. We're randomly
Can I say, it depends who's wearing them, Ivan.
Okay, so if Ivan was wearing them then?
You put me on the spot. I wouldn't recommend them for you, though, darling.
Oh, and why? And why is that?
Should we move swiftly on?
You've gone very red.
No, we'll just move on.
We'll move on, shall we?
Some of the questions.
So yeah, jam and then cream wins, Ivan says. I agree. Jam and then
absolutely.
cream.
That's the only way.
I agree with that entirely.
I'm back onto the cooking.
No, let's go back to the smugglers here. So again, why can't I? Let's move on. Right. Let's move on to this question then. What does Richard think of Zoe's cooking, and who is a better cook?
Nice.
Now, I don't know who asked this question because I generally can't remember. But they must have some inner knowledge, maybe, of of what do I think of Zoe's cooking? Zoe's cooking is lovely. We've been together now for nearly 11 years, and she has cooked for me 3 times.
I've cooked for you more than that.
No.
I cook for you at least once a year, and I make lunches.
Sorry, that's the
That's
the
11
best,
times at worst.
that's the best answer ever. I cook for you at least once a year. Don't exaggerate with just 3 times. So yeah, sorry, I misread it by 8 times. But there we go.
Richard does do all the cooking in our house.
I do all the cooking, yes. So I am vegetarian. Zoe's not vegetarian, but she gets to eat vegetarian most of the time because I do all the cooking. So yeah, I do all the cooking. But Zoe's cooking, when she does cook, is lovely.
And I made gingerbread men, mermaids, and all sorts.
Yeah.
My gingerbread cookies were amazing that I made with Beatrice.
Let's just get one.
Okay, you don't have to show them because they don't look as... They taste really, really good, okay? So don't judge a book by its cover. You have to actually eat them to appreciate the ginger flavour. He's gone to get them now, just to highlight, just to embarrass my gingerbread cookies.
Hello.
Well,
so I'm just going to bring
the
in...
mermaid broke, so we'll have to hold
This is the equivalent.
And we haven't got a biscuit tin, so we're using a Quality Street.
So here is the mermaid.
Day all gone.
And there is the bottom.
Look, I think that is a beautiful mermaid gingerbread mermaid.
Broken. Our daughter was devastated.
We'll show the other ones. There's some really pretty
This
ones.
one's actually quite good. I'll give her that.
That's quite cute.
There you go.
Anyway, they tasted really, really good. I'm not the biggest baker. I have other attributes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I meant to say something now, aren't I? Sorry, I forgot that bit. Very good. And on that note, what is your favourite vegetarian dish to cook? So I suppose I'm going to rephrase that question, which is, what is the favourite vegetarian dish that you eat of mine?
I really like, we do some Moroccan tagines.
Oui.
I'm the sous chef. I help out with the chopping and the waste disposal and the dishwasher packing and emptying. So I have my uses, it's just not of the cooking variety. But yeah, we do quite a lot of vegetable tagines. We do quite a lot of vegetable curries. We do a really nice aubergine and potato curry, which is very scrummy. I like the way Rose said that my mermaid was well fed. Yeah, she was slightly chunky, wasn't she, my mermaid?
She was coronavirus fed.
Do you know why she grew like that? Because we didn't have bicarbonate of soda, which is what we should have got from the shopping list. We didn't have any bicarb of soda, so we had to use baking powder instead, and I think it made the recipe slightly wonky. So they expanded rather a lot.
There you go.
We didn't start off like that.
No, but yeah. But veggie Moroccan tagine, love those. They're all good. Very easy to do as well. I like making a homemade curry too. Cool. Okay, just on the same one there, just what is your favourite takeaway? Was also another question as well that came up.
Definitely for me, Indian.
Yeah, I'll go Indian as well, followed by Domino's. Yeah. So what is your favourite Indian? What is your favourite takeaway? We could do that as a poll, actually. There we go. I could create that if I remembered how to do it. Another occasion. So.
And then after all these food questions, the next question is, what's your secret for staying slim? Well, dancing usually, but on this occasion we haven't got a secret and we're not staying slim.
No, I normally dance about 30 hours a week.
We are getting chunky.
And yeah, I'm not dancing. We have the occasional dance here and there, but no, especially now I'm on the phones all day, every day for a couple of weeks. Yeah, we've gone for the non-wine tonight, by the way. I've got orange juice and lemonade, or diet lemonade even. So
that's only because I had G&Ts and you had a vodka and Coke last night. We're at least trying to keep it down to every other night.
Ish, but yeah. Right, here's a dancing question for you, okay? So for someone, and this is actually somebody that has actually messaged me who is looking to start Ciroc when we do start up again at some point. So please do come along and welcome along to that. Okay, so for someone who hasn't started Ciroc yet, What advice can you give to get the most out of solo dance practice? In all honesty, any dance practice that you do is a good option. So if you go to the Dance in Your Pants at Sirrock.com, there is loads and loads of videos on there, the solo ones on there. So the more you get used to being in control of your body, means that when we give you instructions, even when we're back as being a partner dance, you'll be able to carry out those instructions much, much better. So learn to control how to move your body is probably the best thing I would say. So do some of the solo dance practices on Dance in Your Pants. What do you think, Mrs. B?
I wasn't really listening. I was reading the comments.
Heath has I've put on a stone since being in lockdown.
I put on probably a stone with our Morocco holiday and then being in lockdown too.
We literally got the last plane out of Morocco. So
yeah,
we
before they locked down on the Monday.
Yeah, we were very, very lucky to get out.
But I did go on a run, 20-minute run the other day, which is a big thing for me because I hate running. And then we've been on a bike ride today.
We have.
With Beatrice on the back of our bike, so...
She was in a proper seat. She wasn't just hanging off the back.
We're just trying to keep a little bit of exercise going.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Next question then. What was your favourite memory from Cuba? So this is obviously somebody that I've spoken to about before. So this is a question to myself rather than Zoe because you haven't been to Cuba.
I've never been to Cuba.
So when I went to Cuba, I was very, very fortunate. This is 20 odd years ago now. I was very, very fortunate that they had a dance festival going on, a salsa dance festival going on in the streets in one of the local towns that we were actually at. And it wasn't Havana, it was down in the other part of the island. And they had about 20,000 people there. And there was one occasion when they had live bands going on all the time. And there was one occasion when there was a big group of teenagers, probably about 20 or so teenagers, and or maybe even 40 or so teenagers actually, so there was about 20 couples, and they were all in a big circle, and they would all change partners and just zip between each other incredibly quickly. And the speed of it, I was dancing at the time, I was a dance teacher already, and the speed of it though was something I'd never ever seen before, and the way they interchanged with each other, and they just looked like they were having the best time ever. And it's still for me probably the best dancing I've ever seen in that one instance, because it was completely raw. They'd obviously just grown up dancing salsa their entire lives, and it was just amazing to watch. So yeah, that's my favourite memory from Cuba, which is much better than the other one that we're not going to talk about.
Oh, I'll tell you that another day.
Yes.
Maybe when we're not quite so public, eh?
Maybe not. So this one here, apart from dancing, what is the first thing you will do when lockdown is lifted? Do you know what? That's a question we'd love to ask everybody else as well. So apart from dancing, what is the first thing that you will do when lockdown is lifted? So please do put your answers up there. That'd be amazing. Mrs. B, what do you think?
I'd like to go to the cinema, actually. And I'd like to go out for dinner. Oh, what else would I want to do? I'd like to go out to a bar for a drink, or just like a change of scene. Yeah, don't know really. I'd like to be able to drive to the beach and just wander along, like drive somewhere out of our area.
Yeah.
Because it feels a bit claustrophobic. I've walked the little wooded walk in our area about 100 times now, and I'm feeling slightly crazy.
Yes, but it's better than the alternative. Stay safe, stay indoors.
And what Steve is saying, he's took today off because you're celebrating. Is it your birthday?
Oh, of course, it's Steve Stokes. It's your 60th birthday, I believe. Happy birthday to you. Oh, well done for making it to 60. I've got still 39 years to go until I get there, so it's all good. Yes.
So some lovely ideas coming up about what you'd like to do. Go to Cornwall, get your hair cut. Yeah, my hair is going to be
can you imagine
a nightmare.
The queue. We have a hairdresser that comes around to our house, and he is going to be so booked up for when actually we're able to get back out. And
I'd really like to do that party at the beach thing that we did.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember we did that as a crew? For a crew get together, like crew social. We went to party at the beach in Bath, and they turn in the park area into a beach, drinks, volleyball. What else was
Table tennis. There's loads of stuff going on there.
Yeah, like Mexican food, all sorts of stuff. And we had a lovely sunny day, and it was a really nice day. So maybe get somewhere like that together and all be able to drink, chat, eat, play games. It was good fun.
It was amazing
Have a barbecue, like a big friends barbecue.
Yeah, just get together. And do you know what I'm going to do? And sounds very strange, but every person I see after lockdown, that we are able to do this and make sure that our obviously social distancing and all of that type of stuff is long gone, I think I'm just going to hug everyone.
I know, that's the weird thought, isn't it? Being able to go up and hug people. We're in isolation at the moment because Beatrice had a temperature on Saturday. She had it for one day and she's bounced back and she's uprooted our lives for 2 weeks because we're not allowed to. Richard can't drive now. But she was fine, like one day with one temperature, and she's absolutely fine. So I don't even think she had the dreaded CV. But we weren't able to go out shopping or anything. So my mum dropped off shopping, and just the temptation to want to go and hug her is so great. So I can't wait to
very strange.
hug again.
We've got old people delivering food to us.
Yeah, it's meant to be the other way around.
It's meant to be the other way around. Right. Ironic that you kind of want to go to the cinema after lockdown, really, in regards that we're stuck inside watching TV all the time. And one of the first things you want to do is go outside and watch TV.
Yeah, but this big screen, it's the whole experience. Have a drink at the bar. Yeah, just go out. We normally go out for dinner beforehand. It's like the whole thing.
Yes, indeed so. Right, so kind of along those lines then, what has been your favourite box set so far? Again, we're kind of nearing the end of a number of our favourite box sets, so if you've got any suggestions about your favourite box sets via Prime, Netflix, BBC, whomever it may be, we are definitely open to suggestions. We'd love to have some suggestions. We did ask the lovely Pete and Alice for some suggestions, and they like really morbid stuff. If it involves zombies or killing everybody, then that's what they're into. So yeah, anything that's slightly light-hearted. So what did we watch?
We watched Sex Education. That was really good. And
were you educated?
No, it took a lot to educate me in that department, darling. And what was the other one?
Atypical.
Atypical, yeah. But we've just actually recorded the BBC drama Noughts and Crosses, which is about
it's been good.
Black and white.
The Stranger we have watched as well. Yeah, that was very good.
That was good. We've watched The Stranger. So we need a new series.
Yeah.
Has anyone watched Liar on, is it ITV or BBC?
Or Channel 4, somewhere.
Yeah, that's on currently at the moment. I don't know if that's any good, but I just saw it.
Yeah.
Why did Llewellyn say J-Lo?
Don't know. Steve, I'm guessing you're on about Line of Duty rather than Tour of Duty.
Maybe it's a different one.
I don't know.
Line of Duty is brilliant.
Line of Duties, we have done that.
Well, it makes it sound like we watch loads of telly. We don't watch loads of telly, but just lately.
Yeah. But yeah, we'd love to have some more suggestions of light-hearted ones, is what we'd like. ITV Liar was on. There we go.
Yeah,
thank you for that, Valeria. Lovely. Yes, Noughts and Crosses got its last episode now, I think it is, or tonight. So
thank you, Kane. We will try Liar then.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rose. We'll give that a go for sure.
Lovely. Back to Sirach then. Next question. What do you think the hardest beginner's move is? I personally think, and I think a number of people have thought this for a while, is that I actually think the slingshot is probably the hardest beginner's move. Even though it's not a very long move, it has subtleties in it. The way in which you lead it is much less than what most people try and do, but it does require a certain amount of technique and subtlety of moving your body and moving the hands and all that type of thing at the same time in quite a subtle way. So I think that's probably the hardest beginner's move for me. What do you think, Mrs. B?
I can't even remember what the beginner's moves are. It's been so long since I went to a beginner's class.
You taught one with me not too long ago.
When?
At Bradford Avon.
One routine?
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, I'll stick with your slingshot.
Slingshot, good idea.
Oh no, apparently Steve says you're wrong. It's Tour of Duty.
Oh, Tour of Duty. Okay.
We haven't seen that one, Steve.
No.
We'll definitely check that one out then.
That sounds very light-hearted. Vietnam drama. Lovely. We will give it a go. The short neck break. Yes, Lindsay, I probably agree with that as well.
And your dad said shoulder spring.
Do you know, lots of beginners love the shoulder spring. The shoulder spring.
But it's quite difficult because you are turning lots of different directions.
You are turning, but I love the way that Dot describes it. She says people feel like they're actually dancing when they do the shoulder spring. So yeah. Yeah,
concurring here. We've got Lindsay, Heather, Tim, Kane, all concurring the short neck break.
That's true. Yeah, maybe there should be a thing to get rid of it. Anyway, moving on.
Kieran saying Tiger King on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Right, I'm going to make a note of these.
Well, it comes up as Tiger King. Lots of people say Tiger King is very, very bizarre and very far out there. So yeah, maybe we should watch it. It's unusual. It's definitely the thing that people say about it. So
thank you for the ideas, guys. We've got a
thank
good
you very
few now.
much. Indeed so. Right then, next question. If you hadn't found Sirach, what do you think you'd be doing now?
Is that a question to Richard in terms of his job, or is that a question in terms of what would we be doing as a hobby now?
I don't know. I'll go for job. So I do it as a job full time. So I'm very lucky that I teach dancing all of the time, except at the moment. But yeah, what would I do? I mean, before I did dancing full time, I was in the RAF as an engineer, and I was a salesperson for about 3 years or so, managing the sales team, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing all of those things, really. So might go back into engineering possibly.
I think in terms of dancing for me, if I wasn't doing Sirach, I'd probably be doing West Coast Swing, because I do like that as a dance style. But any kind of partner dancing, really, I would definitely be doing.
Yeah.
Eating jam. Lindsay has a jam penchant.
I was going to say, if we scroll back up and see how many times Lindsay's written jam, it'd be quite incredible.
You're definitely with us then. Jam, then cream, Lindsay. I'm getting that kind of a hint.
It is definitely a part on that. Here's a question. What's your favourite dance move? So which one of our moves do you think is your favourite dance move? I think the one that I personally find quite easy, that's quite a showy move, I suppose, as long as we've got space for it, is our sway scissor kick.
Oh, yeah.
It's relatively straightforward. But Zoe's got very, very long legs. And we did measure it, not her legs. We measured how high her legs went.
Did we?
At one point. I did, because I had
When did we do that?
Well, I did
a theoretical measure in your head?
Well, no,
How did you get up there?
We took a video of it, and then we worked out how tall I am, 6'7".
I don't remember doing this.
And it was about 12 foot her legs got up to, the end of her toes. So it was...
Richard does these little things in his mind and doesn't share them with anybody.
I'm an unusual person.
So yeah, what else do I like? I quite like doing the splits in various different directions. Be careful with where we're going here.
Yeah, at some point this is probably going to go in a different direction, but
and dips and drops. I like doing dips and drops.
Yes. Somebody else said, did we meet each other through dancing? Yes, we did meet each other through dancing. Zoe used to be a taxi dancer of mine, and then I put her through as a teacher, and then eventually we started competing together, and eventually love blossoms and all of that sort of stuff. And here we are, a number of years later, still very, very happy.
He loves me. We love it. Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on indeed. Okay, here's an actual serious one then. What advice would you give to anyone taking out a Sirach franchise? Well, that's a good question. So yeah, I've been a franchisee for a long, long time. First of all, it's hard work. Very unsociable hours. You basically get up, I do it all the time. You get up first thing in the morning, run the business during the day, and then you go out teaching in the evening. So a standard day is 8 in the morning until midnight. If you're doing it full time. Lots of people have a normal job like Zoe and are a franchisee as well.
Yeah, but you're a great support with that, because I have you doing it full time. So it makes it easy for me, because you have a lot of templates and stuff and things that I can use. So that makes it easier.
Yeah, so I got distracted by somebody putting Lindsay Bennett and then put cream on top. Well, there we go. But yeah, being a Sirach franchisee, it is hard work. Most franchisees do it for the love of it as much as anything else. It does enough to pay the bills, nothing more than that. And yeah, we all do it because we love dancing, and it's a great way to have amazing events and go to amazing events is always the hope and always the plan. So so yes, that's always. But yeah, it's very hard. It's hard work, and yeah, but it's great fun at the same time. Can we teach any other form of dance outside of Sirach? What about you, Mrs. B? Do you reckon you could teach tap or some ballet? Could you teach people online tap?
I could teach people to tap online.
Could you?
But I don't really think there would be a massive interest in it.
Would there be an interest in seeing Zoe tap?
Beginner but that's not the
online.
question. That's not what the question was.
Let's move away from that question.
No, the question was, would you be interested in doing a beginner's tap dance
Yes,
class?
I would.
Oh, beginner's tap's pretty mundane though. It's like,
How does it go, Zoe?
tap step, heel, tap step, heel, tap step, all change.
I
I guess
don't
it's
know.
fun. I don't know.
There we
It's
go.
much more fun when you get on to the higher level tap
Sarah
stuff.
would like tap dancing lessons. And no, we're not going to climb in a sink before my father does that joke.
Oh,
I know.
I had to think about that then.
I know you did. But yeah, maybe.
Well, I'd have to find I don't even know where my tap shoes are.
Oh, we'll have to get them down from the loft. I know where they are.
Which has been marking them.
I have indeed. In all honesty, we're very fortunate that Sarok is it's a way of teaching, if I'm honest with you. It's not actually a form of dance, really. So in Sarok, we can teach anything. So over the years, I mean, we've taught dance moves that have been tango, West Coast swing style, salsa, ballroom stuff. Kind of anything goes, if I'm honest. It's the way in which we teach it is the thing. I know. I think my favourite lesson is when I've got people to do cha-cha, and literally you can see the men just going footwork, and that's always quite good fun to watch.
So I
But,
think I can
yeah.
do a private tap dance for Lindsay and Sarah. They're definitely
Okay.
up for it.
Right. Well, that's okay then.
2's not bad.
2's not bad. That's all you need. Yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, tap
Oh,
lesson on DIYP. Maybe
spit your words out. Maybe. We'll see.
we shall see.
We are a
indeed.
little bit stretched at the minute, working full time, both of us, and with Beatrice at home. But we'll try and squeeze that little gem in.
Yes, when one of us isn't working, the other one's looking after Beatrice. So, and keeping a 4-year-old entertained day after day after day. I ran through sprinklers today to keep her entertained in the garden, and and that was fun and cold. But there we go. Had somebody asking, I know this is going around Facebook at the moment, about the hula hoop challenge. Can we take part in the hula hoop challenge and see and post it and all of that type of stuff? When Tina asked me to do this, I did go outside, and Beatrice has a hula hoop.
But it's a small
It's
one.
tiny,
It's not very big.
and no matter how hard I tried, that wasn't going anywhere. So I think that's more designed for a 4-year-old rather than somebody that's on the coronavirus diet.
How many people have a hula hoop at home?
Yeah, not many.
Is that the
is it?
sort of thing you have in your shed?
I don't know. We have a child's
We
one.
have a child's one, but it's tiny. And it's more like going like this. And the hoop doesn't go anywhere. I think that's why we'll put that down to why we both can't do
Yeah.
it. Because we can't seem to get momentum going because it hasn't got enough hoop.
How does it go?
I reckon we've got the action. I just don't think we've got the right tool for the job.
No, fair enough. And the last you have, very good.
Troy, why do you have a hula hoop at home? Why? I never had a hula hoop till I had a 4-year-old.
Not me either. But there we go.
No, we'll have to see.
And the last question that we've got coming up here on our list for this week. I've had a number of other questions, by the way, that we didn't want it to go on for too long. So this is for next time.
Sorry,
There'll be something
Susanna
next
has
time.
clarified you need a big one.
You do need a big hoop.
You
Well,
need a big hoop.
thank you for that. That makes me feel a lot better because
Because we were like this.
I have done
In the
I
garden.
have done the hoop on the Wii Fit, and there is a video of that which we could post if you really want me to post that.
Oh, you've got to see
Of
that.
doing
It's
the
very
I don't know if
funny.
you've seen the hula hoop on the Wii Fit board, and literally you are doing it, and then you have to go
To
like
catch
this
the
to
hula
catch the
hoop
next bit. But you do look slightly strange because obviously there's no hula hoop. You're just literally going
gyrating.
round like that. So
But I definitely want to go on your giant space hopper, Sarah. When this is all over, we're
Oh, there
going to
we
have
go.
a party in a park with barbecues nearby to where we live, and we're going to bring the giant space hoppers and hula hoops and pool and whatever else,
indeed.
tennis bats, and we're going to have a big party.
We're just going to have a massive Ciroc party. We've got a big green that's
barbecue
not
in
too
the
far from our
park
house.
for
The
sure.
Barbecue in the park. We'll literally just cordon the area off to the public and just have anybody can come along. So yeah, so we'll try and do that when we're actually done.
Definitely.
The last one that's come up then. Can you do impressions? Can you do any impressions?
No,
Mrs.
I
B?
cannot. I can't even do Scottish accents. I spoke to a man from Aberdeen today on the telephone lines, and I genuinely couldn't understand him. Oh, I can't do any accents. I'm dreadful. Can
Yeah.
you?
I
He's flaring his nostrils, so this means that he might be able to do something.
I can do a number of bad impressions. Obviously, when
It's
I had
really
my
bad.
I had my hair much longer a few years ago, and it might have been a little bit darker as well. And I know a number of people were comparing me to Michael McIntyre regarding how I was jumping across the stage and that type of thing and flopping my hair around everywhere. So that was one. But yes, I have been known to do the odd impression from time to time and the odd accent from time to time as well. And maybe if people do, I'm much better. It's very difficult just to kind of go do something like that. So it's quite. So if people
I'll record you when you're in your prime, darling.
Thank you, Dot. I thought. Thank you for that as well. I thought my Scottish accent, Dot, when we were talking, was very good.
Why I man? Is that Scottish? Oh.
Well,
why I? No, it's Newcastle.
Why I pet is more Newcastle.
That's my problem. I get all my accents mixed up, and then I end up sounding Pakistani generally.
It is quite strange. The Welsh accent, the Liverpudlian accent, and the Asian accent, or Pakistani and Indian accent, they do all kind of roll together a little bit.
Welsh accent.
Do a Welsh accent.
When for you?
Oh dear mercy! This is going from bad to worse now all of a sudden. So
I'm so bad.
So yes, we are we really going to let him get away with doing an accent? Do
Come
Russian.
on, Richard. Do your...
You were having lessons, weren't you? I wasn't do a Welsh accent.
Russian?
Do you know what? Geordie's one of the ones which I really struggle with. There is a great podcast called Shagged, Married and Annoyed. If you haven't listened to it, it's got Chris Ramsey and Rosa Ramsey. And they're both Geordies, and I do listen to that all the time. And my accents have got a little bit better at that.
Go on then, best Geordie accent.
My Geordie accent is terrible. Out of all of the ones I can do, it's probably the worst accent.
I can only do 3 words and they're like really bad.
Go on,
so like if you go, why are you man? What's that?
They say pet normally anyway.
Why are you pet? But then I get stuck. Like I can't do any more.
Can you not?
No, can you?
I can do.
Go on then, come on.
So you need to.
Do Brummy.
Do Brummy.
Kieran. See, this is where I start getting really mixed up between accents.
Well, geography is not your strength either, is it? So where is Brummy?
It's Birmingham.
You have got that bit at least. So.
We used to drive to a factory in Dudley. I know where Birmingham is.
Dudley.
Because I've been there. Yeah, Dudley. Wolverhampton.
Oh dear, this is...
Wolverhampton. No, I'm dreadful. I'm so bad. I'm actually embarrassed for myself. Really embarrassed.
But at least you are trying to do some accents.
Come on, Richard. Where's yours?
Where's my accents then?
Richard.
No, we're not even drinking. We decided today.
This is coronavirus desperation for entertainment.
We decided today not to do one where we were drunk. So there we go.
Maybe that's why we're just crazy now.
We are getting slightly
just climbing
crazy.
The walls.
Indeed so.
Thank you, Kieran. See, Kieran likes my Brummy accent.
Well,
why are you, man?
Where's
that? Newcastle. Yeah, I can only do 3 words. I can't do any more.
You can't.
We're still waiting, by the way.
I know we're still waiting. I'm trying to think of something. Doc, give me something Scottish to say. That would be great. And then I'll try and do something Scottish. So what are you drinking? Yes, I often... She's drinking water, if that makes you feel any better about yourselves. There we go.
I'm still waiting for Richard's accent, though. He's not going to get away with this.
No, I'm still waiting for Dot. Essex.
Essex. I can't do Essex at all.
Can you not? You're trying to think...
what do they say? What kind of... They have to have, like, the slang words that they use to try and hang it on, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I can do East London accent.
Go on then.
You're right there, mate. How you doing? And the reason I can do that, you see, is I come from Pompey originally. We didn't have any T's or H's, so you'd say, I didn't know how to count to 5. So I go add a count to 5. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what you do. You see?
Oh, very good.
Is that all right? Is it? Actually, we did a murder mystery party recently.
Yeah, no, I'm good with accents.
I had to do an American accent for the entire night.
What did I have to do?
You just had to act very posh.
Oh yeah, I did a really good posh accent.
You did. That was lovely.
Don't pronounce any T's.
I'm aware of that.
For Essex.
Yeah.
Essex.
Yeah, you just don't pronounce any T's, any H's.
I think we need to have a post your best accent.
There's a moose in my house in Scottish accent. I can do my Scottish accent, you
It wasn't
see.
too bad, actually.
It's not too bad.
Oh, that's okay.
I think more Billy Connolly when I think about that.
Say there's a mouse in my house.
There's a mouse in my house in Scottish accent, you see.
Oh, that's not bad.
Is it
You sound a bit like a sex pest, but apart from that.
Well, there we go. Get your coat. Play up, Pompey, indeed. Thank you, Father. Anyway, I think this is starting to
on that note,
to go completely downhill. So yeah, we are going to bid our fond farewells.
exit right.
In all honesty, this relies on your questions. So we'd love as many questions as we possibly can.
You missed Dot's instructions.
I missed Dot's instructions, did I? Hang on. Oh, there we go. You can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, that sounded bad.
Try again.
You can't shove your granny off a bus.
Right, we need to post everybody's best accent impressions. We're going to start a chain. I'll do my brilliant Wolverhampton Brummy. Richard can do his, whatever.
Heather's now said Irish accent now, please. I was given a tip many years ago about how to do an Irish accent. And this is the best way to do a Northern Irish accent anyway. And the best tip I was given is that you try and keep your jaw still. I bet you're all going to try and do this now yourself as well, aren't you? Okay, we can't hear what you're saying, unfortunately.
It's not.
So you try and keep your jaw still. Why you try and talk Northern Irish, you see? And then everything comes around and trying to mirror. And
mirror.
Mirror. And that's something you look into, by the way, mirror.
Mirror.
But they go mirror because I can't pronounce it.
I had a real problem because they have to spell their postcode on our system. And I was getting mixed up A and E and 8s. Oh my God, they all sound the same. Irish, Scottish. I'm like, was that E for elephant?
Aye.
No, I can't. Yeah, I. A. I don't know.
We really do need to sign off now. This has got horrifically bad all of a sudden.
We are going.
We do appreciate everybody watching, and I know a number of people watch these the following day and that type of thing. So, yeah,
you really need to get a life, by the way.
Well, none of us have at the moment.
No, so desperate times.
We do hope you're enjoying these, and we are going to sign off very, very shortly. So, yeah, we'll be back next Thursday at 8:30, and the way this is going will be going on till midnight. So please do enjoy.
But it's quite fun. It kind of feels like we have our own little community going here, so we can all go mad together.
Indeed,
doing accents at the screen.
I think if you watch our first episode back, it was quite sedate and quite, yes, how is everything going today? By the time we're now doing Scottish accents and pet for your Geordie accents.
Get a bag of tuna. What's that?
What was that from?
Don't they say like?
Can I have a bag of tuna?
No, don't they say something?
A bag of tuna.
No, don't they say something with tuna? I don't know.
Please stop talking.
Let's go. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up. So we
love
you all. Stay safe, stay well. No doubt we're back next week. We're going to be in lockdown till 2027, I think, at this rate. But yeah, have a great week, and don't forget, Dot's Baking Challenge will be on Monday the 20th. We'll make it about, I think, 8 o'clock, something like that, to give everyone the chance. We'll put the event on the Srock Live and Dance group tomorrow, so do have a look for the ingredients on there. I'll put them on my timeline as well. But it'll be broadcast from the Srock Live and Dance group, or maybe I'll work it out. Doesn't really matter. We'll sort that out. But bye. We love you all, and we'll see you again very, very shortly. Bye.